all sports fans and everyone across the nation. This is Tuesdays with TJ, episode Michael Jordan style 23, presented by UNeducated Sports Talk. I'm your host, Carlos Clay. This is my beautiful co-host, PJ, and of course, the man of the evening, the one, the only, Mr. TJ Tracy. What's up, brother?
What is up, everyone? I missed you. It's been a week off. It's been weird. I haven't.
It,
Yeah, I
it,
didn't
it
know what to do with myself.
Yeah, it feels too long, man. And I didn't stream for a whole week, and I felt butt naked, man. I don't know what was going on. I felt bad. I felt bad. Just know that. But how you been doing, brother?
Yeah, like I said, yeah, working hard, getting ready, and watching the NFL and seeing these matchups. It's been a fun couple weeks of football.
The wild cards started off kind of like blowout city,
Mm,
but
Yeah,
boy, these no, the last bit of the wild card and the division round were amazing, pretty much. Unless you're a Texas fan, then of course just wasn't a good game. But outside of that, though, I mean, we saw some really, really, really good football being played, and very excited to talk about that as well.
Mhm.
So, but one, hey, did you see the Avatar: The Last Airbender trailer?
I did not
Oh,
know.
you did!
Is it good?
It's so
Is
freaking good.
it so good?
It just came out. It just dropped today, man. Oh my goodness! For Netflix, so
Yeah.
finally a reason that now 18.99 won't hurt so much per month. Because now I finally got something. For those who don't know, Avatar: The Last Airbender is my favorite cartoon of all time. So
Oh, is it?
yeah, it is. It's my number one cartoon. I got the DVDs to this day right now, and I watch it at least once a year. I watch all three books at least once a year, man. It's that's my stuff, man. And of course, Netflix has the live
Right.
adaptation of it now, and it looks freaking
Yeah.
awesome. It looks awesome.
They
I'm geeked up. This isn't M Night Shyamalan kind of messing it up, man. So
What's wrong with that film?
no,
It's great.
it was okay. It was okay, but a lot of folks hate it. I don't hate it, but I don't like it either, right? But they kind of whitewash it, if you know what I mean. Uh,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
this one, they got it all to the T, man. I mean, everyone's of Asian descent, yada yada yada. It's amazing, man. So I suggest everyone go out there and watch that trailer, man, to get hyped up. If you don't know what we're talking about, it's called Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm so geeked up, man. That's my stuff.
Yeah.
Y'all don't understand.
That's yours.
TJ, you don't understand how much I was really invested. And I was like 14, 15 years old. And I was invested, bro. It came on like every Friday, I believe. And I was there. Football
You're
practice,
there.
football practice, shower, get my food, my plate, watching The Last Airbender. Watching it.
Fair enough. Hey, if that's something, and it's good that Netflix has been doing it right. I know they did I not One Piece.
Yeah,
They
One
did a
Piece.
live action One
I
Piece.
heard it was good.
People loved it.
I heard
Yeah,
it was
and
good. I
it's
didn't watch it, but I heard it was good.
Netflix is finally having the live action sort of anime style, which is good. Hopefully, you get a Dragon Ball because that's yours is Avatar. I love Dragon Ball. Like I've got it tattooed on my body.
Come on now.
I
Hold on. Show it
love.
again, dude. Oh, don't be shy. Do that again.
Yeah, I've got Dragon Ball tattoo there. I've got a Dragon Ball tattoo on my back, and then I've got a Kingdom Hearts tattoo on my leg. So
Oh, you a Kingdom Hearts guy?
I love Kingdom Hearts. I
Hey,
literally was playing it last week.
that's crazy. Like, so I never really played it myself, but I had an infatuation of watching my cousin play it. I don't know. I would go
Oh
to his
yeah.
house and he would play the crap out of it, and I sat there in awe for like 3 months of my life just watching this dude play Kingdom Hearts. I couldn't tell you which
Fair.
one it was. I done forgot now. But I would sit there and watch this dude play Kingdom Hearts for like 8 hours a day.
Wow.
I was just
Crikey.
during the summertime, and I never played it, never touched it. I will go in, and we're grown. I'm like 14, 15, 13, whatever it
Yeah.
is. I'm sitting. He had a bunk bed type of deal, so I'm in the bottom of the bed, and he on his little gaming chair playing it, and I'm just watching. I'm like, this is freaking cool. So, got all that going on, man. So if you guys haven't, man, check out the Last Airbender, Avatar: The Last Airbender trailers.
Yes. Yes.
Netflix. Hey, I need a deal, man. I'm giving y'all some props right now. So I didn't know Dragon Ball Z. That's crazy because
That's my thing.
me personally, I don't like Dragon Ball Z. I just never got into
Yeah.
it. All my cousins, they all watch it. We'll come home from school. right? School ended about
Mhm.
3 o'clock. We're home by 4. I think Dragon Ball Z comes on like 4:30, 5 o'clock, whatever p.m. And
Yeah.
yo, is it me or was everyone freaking fighting in the air all damn day and no one would win? Nobody would
No,
win,
no, no. I know.
man.
I think Dragon Ball has the record for the longest fight ever, which is between Goku and Frieza. I think that fight goes on for like 3.5 hours.
Oh my
And like at
goodness.
one point, like the enemy's like, "I'm this planet's gonna blow up in 5 minutes," and that 5 minutes lasts an extra hour.
I'm sitting there, and every time, next time on Dragon Ball Z, they
Yeah, they're
still
still
fighting in there.
fighting.
I'm like, they supposed to still fight? Who gonna win? And my cousins, they like, man, it's not about that. It's about the, it's about the, the dramatics of it, right? The build up of it,
Yeah,
right? I'm like, bro, somebody gotta win this fight, man. God, dog. And then I realized like Goku was the dude, like he was the guy. So
yeah.
Goku would get beat up for like 10 episodes in a row on purpose. It felt like, and then it was like, you know what? Now I got something for you.
Pretty much, yeah. There's an episode in like the Boo saga where like they're like, Goku, you need to distract the bad guy. Okay. And the entire episode, you've got like 5 minutes of like actual story, then 15 minutes of just him screaming at the top of his lungs as he powers up. That's the whole episode of just Goku just like, ah. And then obviously,
I need.
next episode is they're finally revealing what he's been screaming for 15 minutes
Oh
to.
my God, Super Saiyan! It's going crazy. I'm sorry, Peter. What the hell y'all talking about? It's cartoons from way back in the day, girl. Way back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, keep it real. Says Thundercat with the show. Thundercats,
Thundercats.
ho! I rarely remember that show, but I do remember saying that all the time. I used to like, I was a bad kid. You know, I was like, I go to girls like Thundercat, ho! So yeah. Anyways, that brings back some. Hey, I can talk about childhood memories all
Oh,
damn day, bro. Cause
indeed.
I don't know about you guys. I had a great childhood though. Centered around dysfunction that I had no clue about. Thank God for my mom. My mom was a great mom, so she didn't let me get into those shenanigans that was around me. But boy, to myself, I had a great childhood. Hey, let's give a shout out those in the chat right now, man. Welcome to episode 23 of Tuesdays with TJ. We're gonna break down the divisional round that just passed up, and some wild card talk as well. We got that going on, and of course we have our
Mhm.
picks and predictions for the AFC and NFC championship games. We're down to 4. Only down to 4.
Ooh.
We got Dan McKeon says hi. What's up, Daniel? DM in the building says PJ was good. I got Baloo spams L2 says yo, what's up, Carlos, PJ, and TJ?
What up?
What's up, GBM says
Really
PJ.
good.
Got Daniel Barry Sports Highlight says yo, what's up, Daniel? Blue says I don't like the movie though. Oh, Avatar, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no one really likes the M Night Shyamalan one though. Jason, ever seen a channel called Overanalyzing Avatar? Good channel, goes over every episode, the comics and current going over Korra. But yeah, it is dope. All right, yeah, I had to check him out. I probably have watched it and just never knew the title of the channel. So, but what's up though, GBM? Dan McKean says PJ quit the BS. PJ has 110 L's. PJ says also you can't see
Ooh.
right. It shows undefeated, brother. Yo,
That's fun talk.
what's good? I got Ron Duffney says PJ. So what's up, my friend RD in the building? Let's go, let's go. He says He-Man. All right, we got
Oh,
Keep
I
It Real with that
love good
Sports
old He-Man.
Podcast. My guy Dolph 17 and Coach Rock in the building showing love. I didn't really get into He-Man. It's a little bit
No?
before me. I didn't get into He-Man.
Oh, fair.
During
I
He-Man,
had.
go ahead.
Yeah, there was in the UK. I don't know if you got in the US. There was like a He-Man remake, and that was my sort of like Saturday like morning that He-Man, like Digimon, all that kind of stuff. It was just hooked to the TV. You couldn't peel me off it.
I think while I was not watching He-Man, I was probably watching the Smurfs.
Smurfs. Oh,
The
fair,
Smurfs. Probably watching the Smurfs, man. I don't know. I was young watching the Smurfs. That's all I remember when I was like 3, watching the Smurfs all the time. And I was like, why is there only one girl in there? It's like, they're all dudes, there's one girl. What's going on over there? Never knew what was going on.
I
Damn,
know
I
that.
counted. I counted. Peter says, nope, she is undefeated. And
You count it if you had
counted at
that much.
110 L's. Damn, what kind of time do you have in yourself, man? I don't think Peter's ever really said who she was going for. Only bits and pieces here and there. Good luck, brother. She says she's undefeated, man, and I got to write down what she tells me. 272 and 0. TJ, I went 4 and 0 in the division round picks. I don't know about you, but
Ooh.
what did you go? I had I had
Divisional round. I
I had the Ravens over the Texans. I had the Lions over the Buccaneers. I
yeah,
picked the Chiefs over the Bills, and then I picked what's the last game? Oh, the Niners over the Packers. That
I I went 2-2.
oh man,
I had Ravens over the Shrouds.
yeah.
I had, I
Strauss.
had the Bills winning against the Chiefs,
Okay.
and I had the Packers beating the Niners and
Ooh,
Lions
and
beating the.
you were close. You were
Oh,
really
so
close.
close!
That was a good game. We'll break all that down, y'all, in just another few minutes, y'all. Uh, so it was awesome. Blue says, let's talk about Baker Mayfield out playing Jalen Hurts. Oh, we'll break all that down. We'll break all that down soon, man. We'll break all that down. Dane says, I went 3-1, and his friends went 1-3. That's right. You said you had picked the Packers as well. I remember that. Because a lot of folks went Buffalo for good reasons, obviously. But
Yeah.
y'all know how I feel about Pat Mahomes. I ain't going against Pat Mahomes until someone knock him out. Spoiler alert. All right. All right. Let's get it in, man. All right. Enough of this cartoon talk, man. We'll be talking about that all day if we have to. Uh,
Happy to do so.
Let's start off with probably the game of the week, man, and it was an awesome matchup between Kansas City Chiefs and the not Baltimore Ravens, excuse me, Kansas City Chiefs. No, I lied. We're not gonna do that. Let's go Lions and Bucks first. Oh my,
Lions and Bucks?
Lions and Bucks first. I apologize, y'all. We're gonna go Lions and Bucks. We'll say the best for last. How about that?
Yeah.
Lions and Bucks. Oh my. Did we have actually a good game? It was a
We did.
really good game. TJ, the Lions outlast the Buccaneers 31-23. Who do you give
Yeah.
credit to for the Lions' success for this year? And then we'll break down the game itself.
The Lions' success, I think, comes down to their head coach and their GM. They are one of the same, essentially. They're working together. They understand what the other is looking for and how to get the best out of these players. Dan Campbell has come in and immediately energized the team. What's quite funny is when they beat the Buccaneers, I went back and looked at when they hired Dan Campbell back in the day, it was Twitter. And all the comments were like, "Who's this? Nobody's be gone in 3 years. Oh, they still suck." And I was like, "Oh, you fools! Shows how little we know." But yeah, Dan Campbell has managed to get the best out of Jared Goff, especially after he was thrown to the side by the Rams. And that first year, he really wasn't good. But Goff then, um, accepted his position and
The team wasn't good.
relished
Sorry to
in.
cut you off. The team wasn't good. I saw his
Yeah.
first year they were 0-10 at one point. 0-10-1.
Hmm.
I was like, whoa. So that could have
Yeah, I know.
really went sideways. But go ahead.
But yeah, no, obviously the GM got Panay Sewell, got Gibbs. Everyone laughed at the Gibbs pick, and he did well. And obviously Amara St. Brown, that was a late round pick they found well. Yeah, it's just the GM and the coach have worked together, built in the trenches out, and the team has come together energized by their passion and their love for football. And good for them. And hey, they played well, but give to the Buccaneers. Buccaneers did well as well. Hung around in the game for a bit, took a lead a bit, and the Lions would take back. But Baker made two mistakes, two interceptions, and that cost them the game. But I'd give credit for Baker. He had a great year. For someone who bounced around from team to team, again, the league had written away, has found a home. And I know they're hoping to sign him back, and I know Baker wants to come back. So next year it's going to be Baker Mayfield again for the QB of the Buccaneers.
Yes. Shout out to King Pookie Nation. Do you think the NFL is rigged? No.
Ooh,
I
no,
don't think so.
no.
But I mean, there's always people who are conspiracy theorists for the NFL, and rightfully so. They've done some crazy things. But no, me personally, no, I don't think it's rigged. Yeah, but I agree with you on the success. It is Dan Campbell. It's the general manager, and
Mhm.
they've done a great job of putting a belief system in a culture that had no belief in it at all. I mean, it
Yeah.
took them over 30 years to finally get their first home playoff game, which is crazy to even think about in today's NFL. And shout out to them for just, man, having a great team. You see now their backs against the wall the last 2 weeks, and they don't. And shout out to Dan Campbell, like, 'cause if it don't work, it don't work, and Dan Campbell can care less. He won't second guess anything. I like that. I like a guy that
Mm.
sticks to his core. He doesn't second guess anything. When it's instead of run the ball against the Rams, right? We're gonna throw it, right?
Yeah.
Instead of run the ball against the Bucks, we're going to throw it. We're going to end this crap right now. And put his faith in Jared Goff. Jared Goff has delivered the last 2 years, and it all started that game against the Packers, Week 18 last year. They had
Yeah.
no
That was it.
business. They weren't going to the playoffs. They just, but that win, that really put you in a belief system for real. I know that really catapulted your belief in this team.
Yeah.
But for them personally, it really galvanized that team. And they say, you know what? From here on out, we are going to be a damn good team. Take care of business. They drafted very well over the last couple of years, and for some reason, man, Glenn has got that defense playing just well enough because the beginning of last year they sucked. They sucked the
Yeah,
beginning
they
of
did.
last year. This year, I mean, at the end of last year and pretty much for the most part this year, they've been a pretty good defense for the most part of the year. So they got a great belief system out there. Now, the game itself, the Buccaneers came to play. They
Yeah.
came to play. Baker Mayfield, I'm so happy for this dude. I'm so happy, man, because he might not have found a like long-term home, but he's found a home, if that makes any sense. And I
No,
feel
he has.
in that game, first of all, that first pick was Evans. Evans dropped it. That was a drop.
Yeah,
And,
it's
and
true.
when the error is interception, the second pick, look, you got to make a play. I understand time is running out, and you just got to force it, whatever. And he did, and then it came back to haunt him. So I get that. And then of course they went for two at their
Mm.
final touchdown, and they went for two. And the analytics say, hey, go for two. You're down by 8, so if you get it, you'll be down by 6, and you get the ball back and you score a touchdown. And look, it's nice when it happens, and it has happened a few times this year, where they've gone for two to go down by 6 and then score and win the game. It happened like maybe twice this year. But when it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It don't look good. So
It does
they didn't
not.
get it to work conversion. But the Bucks came to play, and when you're in the division round, the final 8, it's supposed to be this way. It's supposed to be this way. You have the champions of the divisions, NFC South champion versus the NFC North champion. It's supposed to go down like that. Far too many times in the playoffs, we see a lot of blowouts. In the divisional round. I'm like, are y'all really the best 8 teams? Well, this one it proved that these 8 teams were phenomenal, and I'm
Mhm.
glad it went down like that. But let's talk about Detroit itself, the city itself, football wise, right? To come out from what they
Yeah.
called ashes, because this team hasn't had any kind of success. I mean, not even playoff wins, right? Let alone can't get a home game, but the playoff wins, nothing for the longest, man. And what does this mean for the city of Detroit?
Oh, so much. It really does. Like they celebrate the people are saying that Detroit has never been louder for what it has been when they're playing there because everyone's just so happy. Like what is it? First playoff win in 32 years. They've never won the NFC North, and they did that for the first time. Um, I think they have made it to the AFC divisional game, 1995, 1991, or something like that.
I
So
think it was 94.
94. So, um, yeah, it's been absolute. I think they haven't made it to the NFC Championship game in the Super Bowl era.
Nope, it's the
So
first time.
they've never made it to the Super Bowl.
Right.
So the city has needed it. It's always been the laughing stock of the North, been the laughing stock of the league, the Lions. Obviously, Detroit has got the representation, but everything just seems to be up and up for the city. I know it's having a bit of a boost in the later years, from my understanding, and it just signifies that with the team, how they've come together and is heading well, winning. And for what the teams left in the playoffs, they're who I'm hoping wins it all.
And
Like,
I mean, before we get into I mean, the 4 teams that made it, man, like there are no more Cinderellas. I think the Buccaneers were the last Cinderella team. Maybe the Texans were Cinderella, but now the Final Four, there is no Cinderella team.
No.
These two matchups are going to be awesome. We hope so, but I won't be shocked if any of these teams reach to the Super Bowl. We got Nina Turner says, "Let's go Chiefs Kingdom, baby!" Yes, sir. Yes, man. How you doing, Nina Turner? And Peter said, "What's up, Miss Nina?" So, yeah, but I do like the fact though that Dan Campbell takes risk all day, and he don't care.
Oh
He's
yeah.
unapologetic about it, and he says, "You know what? If we're gonna win on my terms, on our terms," and I've been saying this forever now. It's one of those rare instances where the team embodies their head coach, right?
Yeah.
We all thought, like you said, we're biting kneecaps and all that. We were like, oh,
Yeah, it's a
dude.
joke
No,
kind
man,
of
look,
thing.
when I watched Hard Knocks last year with the Lions, oh, I liked it. I was like, oh, they believe, and
Yeah.
he's a genuine dude, right? He's a genuine dude, and so he's not a fake. He's not a fluky. Like I was talking to a friend of mine. He's a Raiders fan at work, and he was like, man, like when guys hear a Josh McDaniels, it doesn't just feel this. It doesn't resonate the same way from a Antonio Pierce. We'll break him
Mm.
down later on
Yeah.
today. But
Congratulations.
congrats, Antonio Pierce. Yes. But he was saying like if you never played, if you were never like really in the trenches, right? If you never went in the trenches at the highest level, you know, you can't talk to me a certain way, right? It's almost like you can't just be belittling me, bro. Like I can beat you up. Like I could have beat you up 20 years ago. I can beat you up now. But you probably can't beat Antonio Pierce up right now,
No.
bro. So I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like it's a certain respect factor. Now there are a lot of head coaches that haven't played in the NFL that are great coaches. You know, Andy Reid, those kind of guys. But still, Andy Reid has earned his way to that. Guys like Josh McDaniels, but a guy like Dan Campbell, who was a tight end. He played a lot of years in the league, but was never the best in the world. But dude was a freaking beast. You know, dude was a beast. He did his thing, and I'm very happy for his success, and I'm very happy for the city of Detroit, man. They earned it. And Aiden Hutchinson, man,
Yeah.
this kid here, year two, right? This year two.
Year two,
He
Jaguars passed on him, which is crazy.
he is a beast. He is all that in a bag of chips. And it's funny how, you know, just he was part of Michigan's resurrection, right? College
Hmm.
football.
Yes.
And now he's the resurrection for Detroit, and he's a Michigan kid. So I mean, it was awesome to see all that, man. And I like the fact that he was just sitting there after the game was over, just like looking like in amazement, right? And
Good for
Detroit,
him.
boy, I mean, you could tell they hadn't had a home playoff game in 30 plus years. You could tell because that crowd was nasty. That crowd, I mean, shout out to Detroit, man. For those 2 games against the Rams and the Buccaneers, that crowd was rowdy, man. They was about that life,
Yeah.
and I loved every moment of it, bro. So Detroit, man,
Yeah, it's
they're in
good.
there in the Final Four. Um, so
I think I,
go ahead.
I think what helps people buy into Dan Campbell is because he also proves it as well. I
Yes,
think it might have been the Hard Knocks actually. It was like their third or fourth string QB. His wife was like qualifying for the Olympics or something, and he
yeah,
just stopped the meeting, put it on the big screen, and just
yep.
made the whole team just support.
And that was
Like this is the fourth string. He might not be on the team in
he's not.
things.
He's not.
He's not
No,
yet.
he's not.
He might be not on the
He's
practice squad,
he's
but
on
like
another team now.
yeah, but Dan Campbell knew this was important to that player and was like, no, we're going to support him. And that makes people buy in, and that's what you want to hear. And
I want to
I
say
think this is,
his last name was like Buff or
I,
Bough, but he went to the Cardinals last year, and I think he was with the Vikings this year, but like the second string, you know how that
yeah.
goes. Yeah,
Do you think that's the now swing, the way the NFL's going? Because obviously, I don't think we broke this down. Bill Belichick gone. Um, but do you reckon these hard, it's my way kind of coaches are going, and these more player-oriented coaches are the ones getting the jobs and
I
finding
mean,
success?
think about society itself, right? Life itself now. People are, they need coddled these days. You know, you can't talk to folks a certain kind of way, man, these days because fragile, right? They're fragile egos now. a lot. Back in the day, it was rough, tough, macho man. I wanna be. Now you got guys walking to the tunnel with dresses on, pretty much. Fashion shows now these days. So this is different. So they would. It's better heard from someone that's been there, done that. Someone that's a player's friendly coach.
Yeah.
Because like Bill Belichick, I mean, look, once the mystique of Tom Brady and the Patriot way is over with, he's a kind of an old grump. You're like, all right, well, we're not winning no more, so now you suck. That's why he's gone from
That's a lot.
New England,
New England, sorry.
and guess what they brought in? Jared Mayo, a former player,
Former
linebacker.
player, yeah, that was the quickest turnaround I've
Very
ever
quick. I was
heard
like,
of.
whoa, but they know what they're doing. That's what you need, right? Same thing. The Texans, they're turning around. We'll talk about them in a second. Matter of fact, let's get to it. Yeah. So shout out to the Lions. They move on, and they're gonna play. Well, you'll find out in just a minute. All right, our next game, the Baltimore Ravens. Yo, they just annihilated the Houston Texans. I kind of saw this coming. They won 34-10, but
Yeah.
let's talk about the game itself. Ravens beat the Texans 34-10. How you felt about that game?
Well, the first half, it was very good, very
Yes,
interesting. Like the
yes.
Texans
It
were
was
like
13-10.
holding around. They ended 10-10. I was like,
10-10.
this is going to be a good game. And then the third quarter started, and the Baltimore came out and just punched Houston in the face and just never stopped punching. They're on the floor crying. It's like they give up, and it's like, no, I'm just going to keep punching you, which sucks for Houston. But what a successful season! A season that's meant to be purely rebuild. First time head coach, rookie QB. People were writing off the team because they've got a bunch of nobodies, low end talent. I remember everyone was just like, okay, so um, it's going to be Houston and potentially Carolina as the top things, and Arizona as like people were expecting to be have the top three drafts, and yet they came together. CJ Stroud was a lot better than what we thought, and he built up chemistry with his players like Tank Dell, Nico Collins. They had a couple of injuries, unfortunately, to key places, um, and they managed to make it all the way to the divisional round. So you know for a fact, as a Houston fan, yes, this loss sucks, but you walk away with the loss knowing you found your head coach, which you haven't had in what 6 ever. You found your QB, which the last time was obviously there's a cat that's just entered this room. I apologise. Deshaun Watson, and obviously that fell apart. So obviously you don't want to bring that up. And yeah, your situation just looks bright. Obviously, I don't think they have a first round pick this year. I think they gave it to Arizona for
Who's that?
Will Anderson. Texans don't have a first
Yeah.
round pick. I think they
Man, Will Anderson? Oh, Will Anderson. Yes.
Yeah, they
Yes,
gave it
yes. You're right.
to
Yeah.
Arizona for Will
I
Anderson,
thought you
which,
said
okay.
I thought you said Robbie Anderson was on a Robbie Anderson. Why? My bad.
No, yeah, so that's a bit unfortunate, but if you can work well with this low end talent and you get free agents will come to play on you now. You're going to have some money because obviously Deshaun Watson's no longer on the books. So use it, prosper, and hey, Houston's going to be a scary. Well, they're already scary, and they're going to be even more scary in the future.
Man, the Ravens, they took control in that second half, and like you said, it kept punching. And I
Yeah.
gotta get credit's due, man. The Ravens team, I mean, that second half was pure domination. That was Lamar Jackson who, when he decides, let's just play the way I want to play. Another
Yeah.
100-yard game, 20 yards passing. I mean, everything was effortless, right? And it's almost like you just have to keep a spy on him, and even the spy isn't spy enough, right? To stay in front of Lamar Jackson because he was eating them on the run game. When things broke down, he took off. Even on their, on their call runs for him, he ate him up for 7, 8, 9 yards plus more. He had a field day, man, and this team is scary. And look, the reason why Houston, I mean, when you're at home, nice confines of a dome, then you go out there it was 23 degrees, not as cold as the Chiefs Dolphins game, obviously, but 23 degrees is still below freezing. I know those guys weren't ready for that, and they didn't score a single offensive touchdown. Mind you, the only touchdown they had was a punt return. I think it was a punt return for the touchdown for Texas. So they didn't score a single offensive touchdown in that game. But that shows you the defense of the Ravens. They have, and I've said this,
Yeah, public time.
they had they had the best pre-snap defense. For those who don't know what pre-snap is the look before you snap the football. They know how to disguise that bad boy better than anybody. Kyle Hamilton, the second-year player, man, for the safety for the Ravens, he has been phenomenal for this team. Add on Roquan Smith, add on their really good secondary, it's really good front seven. Secondary might be their only little bit of hiccup, but you have Kyle Hamilton, who's a really good, strong safety. So, anyways, but my question is, are there any flaws on this Ravens squad? If there's a way to beat Baltimore, what is it?
Oh, that's a good one.
If there's no flaws, just let me know. There's no flaws.
See, obviously, Baltimore has lost this year.
Yes.
So I'm going to quickly look back and see the games where they lost, just to see.
Well, don't count the last one. The last one, it was all out.
Yeah, I know, obviously. So they've already beaten the Niners, so that could be a potential Super Bowl rematch.
And they ain't beat the Niners, they whipped that ass.
So they lost to the Browns. They lost to the Browns for 33-31, so it wasn't a blowout. Lamar threw 2 interceptions. Let's have a look at team stats. So from what it looks like, so essentially the Browns just kept Lamar off the field, controlled the ball. Obviously, Lamar did not have a good game with the interceptions. There were first down efficiency wasn't good, or the third down efficiency. So it is just keep Lamar off the field as much as possible. But even then, it came down to the wire in that game. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting. I think it's keep Lamar off the field, and your O-line needs to withstand that D-line. Because Clowney's such a weird player, right? He jumps around from teams, doesn't really have the productions, and then he has a game like that where he's just always in the quarterback's face. Yes. And it's just like, who is this guy? So I reckon that is, if you can keep Lamar off the field and stop that D-line, get into your QB, I know that's the success for every team, but that's imperative against this Ravens, because you can't, the moment they start to get momentum, you ain't stopping them.
The beautiful Jacqueline's in the building. Hello, Jacqueline. How you doing, love? Always good to see you, man.
What's up, Jacqueline?
Jacqueline's in the building, showing love. Yeah. So, but obviously, as Baloo Spam says, there's going to be flaws in the team. So it's kind of a weird question, but there are flaws. Right now they're not showing it this particular game, and so we're so quick on right now. But overall, I'll talk about some of the flaws that I think show later on against the Chiefs, but we'll break it down later on. But yeah, shout out to the Ravens though, 34-10 beat down, and Lamar Jackson going to his first AFC Championship game of his career, and Baltimore fans are feeling really good about this. Could be their year. We'll find out. We can call this 1A or 1B for Game of the Week. Boy, the San Francisco 49ers survive the Green Bay Packers by a score of 24-21. Yo, this was a really good game, though. And how confident are you in the 49ers at this performance? Because there was a lot of up and down. But at the end, they got it right. They got it right at the end where it mattered the most. How confident are you in this Niners team after their win over the Packers 24-21?
I'm not. You can't overreact over one game. But Purdy did not look good. Like, he was missing throws. Some of the throws he was actually taking should have been interceptions. The Packers weren't taking advantage of those. The thing that kept them in the game was obviously Jordan Love threw bad interception. But Jordan Love was very good. It was the situation. It was weird where Purdy was throwing like 10 balls that were bad, weren't getting interception. Love threw about 4 or 5. 2 of them were picks. It's just like, oh, come on. And obviously a couple missed kicks. The missed kick from the Packers kicker. It's just the world we are in a simulation. I'm sorry, we has to be. Packers always beat the Cowboys, and the Niners always beats the Packers. If that goes on, the world is at peace. Like, you know what I mean? That's just so. That's just seems to be going on, and you hoped with the new QB that the Packers could beat the Niners. But hey, I don't know what the Niners have dirt on the Packers. It must be, but you'd be concerned. You honestly would, with just how Brock Purdy has been playing. Well, the last couple of weeks he hasn't looked good, but they win, and that's all that matters.
Right.
It does really does all that matters. Caffrey, 98 yards, always Mr. Reliable. Obviously, Kittle was fantastic as always. The defense was good. Um, what did they get?
They were okay.
They were okay,
The
yeah.
defense was
Only
okay.
no sacks allowed for the Packers, which is
But
that's good.
I'm gonna tell you why I am super confident in the Niners. Right.
Oh yeah,
I think Green Bay is that good.
you really? I know they were your
I
sneaky
think
pick.
Green Bay is that damn good. They're gonna be a good team next year. Oh my God, the confidence is through the roof in Green Bay. The
Mm-hmm.
confidence through the roof, man. Green Bay's a damn good team, and I don't know about you guys, but I feel like Green Bay's gonna make that a game, regardless. Now the Niners got to get the weather. The weather was kind of bad. It was raining. A lot of that can play into part for
Yeah,
Purdy's kind of bad game. The weather had a lot of to do with that, and but the the Packers O line has been phenomenal. So the Niners not getting these sacks did not shock me at all. That they got no pressure, and I think the Packers are just that damn good. I mean, they're young receivers. They have their offense has grown up, right? From about Thanksgiving to now, a complete 180 for Green Bay. Not only in their quarterback, but also in the receiving core as well. And of course, Aaron Jones, phenomenal the last 4 or 5 weeks of the season, including the playoffs. So he did a damn good job. I thought the Niners played a damn good game against a really good team.
yeah.
And yeah, I think Packers were just that damn good. I mean, we know how they model about the Cowboys. We'll talk about that in a moment. But still, I love what I saw from both these teams because in the fourth quarter, I don't care how you start the game. It's about how you finish the game. Jordan Love
That
did
is true.
finish well. Brock Purdy made the necessary plays to win the game. Yes, he struggled for about 3.5 quarters. I get that, man. But at the end of the day, how did the game end? One with a W. Two, my quarterback played phenomenal when he had to play phenomenal. Uh, and Jordan Love, it was that across the body throw that he did. That was just
Brett
man.
Favre looking.
That was definitely Brett
Exactly.
Favre. That was definitely Brett Favre. He had about a 5 yard, 6 yard run for maybe a first down. He said, "Nah, it's a guy that's semi open down. I'm gonna just sling it, and try and thread the freaking needle." Uh, and it got picked off as should it have been. Greenlaw was on that ass with interceptions. He had both picks, matter of fact, in that game. But still, um, the Niners did what they had to do. They protected home
It's
field
true.
advantage, and that defense, albeit didn't look good, but I think it's because the Packers were that damn good. I got to give the Packers a lot of credit. So it wasn't going to be, we all saw how the Niners smashed the Cowboys and the Cowboys got beat by the Packers. And I'm like, that might make it an even kind of game, honestly, because Green Bay has grown up the last, month and a half of the season. And the Niners were also on a bye weeks, relaxing, and Purdy hadn't played in 20 games, so we had a lot of that going on, rustiness a little bit, a little rest over rust, and you start off a little slow and the elements. But I think throughout that, the Niners still played a good enough game when they had to get the ball in their playmakers. Ayuk, Kittle,
Hmm.
they did, So that means a lot if you're a Niners fan. That even when things are ugly, and it was ugly for them, they still found a way to win this game. They are freaking moving on. I'm very confident in this Niners team because that Packers team on that side, they're a damn good team. They are a damn
Yeah,
good team. And Jordan Love, we'll break it down in a minute. He's gonna be something special. He's gonna be
it
something
is.
real special. Now, I like that the maturity he has since Thanksgiving. That win over the Lions on Thanksgiving. And all of a sudden, since then, I mean, they were just clicking on all cylinders with a young, cheap receiving squad. They're cheap. They're real
Yeah,
cheap.
that's
So that
true.
team will be dangerous, man. That team will be very dangerous, bro. All right. So broke down the
How could
Niners.
how can they have lucked into number 3? Like, how can you go from Favre to Rodgers and then potentially Love having
I
the same
I got
trajectory?
my partner on Facebook. He said, "Ain't no way in hell they got 45 years of good quarterback play in a row, man. Ain't no way in hell." I said, "Yep, that's just." He said, "What kind of cruelty is that, man?" He said, "Ain't no way in hell the Packers got 45 years." Because basically Zad and Love could have, I guess a 13-year career, 14 plus
Yeah.
year career with the Packers. But yeah, you're right though. I mean, Green Bay just knows how to do it, and I'll tell you why. They've done it. I'll tell you why in a second. Let's go to our last game on the docket, man, for the divisional round. It was the Kansas City Chiefs at the Buffalo Bills, and boy, was this a freaking good game. And let's be honest, raise your hand in the room in the chat if you guys knew this would be a one possession game. We all knew. We you just know this is basically the newest Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady, but but Tom had the advantage like early
Hmm.
in their battle. Peyton had the advantage late. Uh, but this one has been 50-50 in the regular season, or it's been pretty much Josh Allen whooping that ass in the regular season. But come playoff time, Pat Mahomes
Always
and the Chiefs
Kansas City.
always find a freaking way. Chiefs beat the Bills 27-24 in a classic game. Question. It's the old added question we always ask on these sports shows. Did the Chiefs win, TJ, or did the Bills lose? Floor is yours.
Ah, that's the question. That's the question. I think with this, I think the Chiefs won.
Oh, okay.
Like, I know there was that missed kick, and I don't know who.
Don't blame the damn kicker. I'm not
I'm
blaming.
not going to blame the
No,
kicker.
no.
I'm blaming
I'm talking you. I'm talking,
whoever.
I'm talking everybody else in the world is
Oh
blaming
yeah.
that kicker. I'm so sorry. If you have got to go for a tie game with your kicker in Buffalo in swelling winds, right?
Mm.
That's your fault. That's the
No, yeah,
owner's fault.
that's fair. No, that's fair. Oh no, I might. I actually, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go think with Bills. There were missed drops. There were drop passes with the Bills. There was a ball that would have won them the game by Josh Allen that was thrown behind the receiver. There was that bit of communication. I am going to switch. I'm going to go. The Bills lost this game. Thinking about it, I feel like the Bills are their worst own enemy with the drop passes, with the miscommunications either side. It happened in the Eagles game earlier this year. They lost the game because of that one, and obviously I think it happened here. Diggs was, I'd have to say, Diggs was very kept in shape very well. Like Diggs was sort of removed from the game. I think he had one catch.
Dude
For
dropped the 50-yarder.
he dropped the 50-yarder
He
and he had
dropped the
one catch for
he
7 yards.
right in his breadbasket. I don't want to hear
Yeah.
nothing from Diggs no more. It was right there in your hands, brother, and it went bloop.
Oh, sorry. He had more. What did he have? Yeah, Stephon Diggs had 3 for 21. I was looking at his rushing. What? Sorry, under their rushing stats, they have DeMar Hamlin for
Yeah,
one carry for 2 yards.
that was the stupid ass punt, fake punt. They ain't get.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I think, the Bills lost this.
yeah, the Bills lost that.
Yeah, that's it.
When
But
saw that
I
stat, he was
don't.
like, yeah, I gotta change that.
Yeah, that's it. I remember. Yeah. I didn't know that was DeMar Hamlin. Why would you give it to DeMar Hamlin?
I don't know, brother. I have no clue about that. I won't get into those speculations on that.
But I don't know who in either the Bills organization or a Bills fan has annoyed some cosmic being or whatever that it always screws them. Like, wide right happened again for the Bills. Again. That doesn't happen to the franchise twice. Like, the only thing that's similar, I don't know, if the Bears make it to the AFC and they double doink it. You know what I mean?
Oh, that'd be crazy.
The NFC, sorry, they double doink it. But it was a fun game. These will be classics. They are enjoyable. Like the 12 seconds. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know what's wrong with the Bills. And they mostly have the Chiefs number in the regular season, but when it comes to the postseason, Chiefs have the Bills.
Do me a favor,
And I
TJ.
can't wait for next year.
Do me a favor. check the stats out. Check
Check the
check
stats
check
out.
team stats. Each team. Go look at it. Go look at it.
What, as in total yards, total passing
Yeah,
yards?
all that. Yeah. Time possession, all that.
They are.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the Bills won every damn category except for the one that
They do.
counts, the W.
Time
The,
possession, yards. It's
dog,
just not W.
dog. The Bills lost this game. Like they lost it, bro. They lost it. And here's what I don't want to hear crap about no damn kicker missing. The kicker should not be in this situation anyways with this team that they have, right? Here's my thing right here. Buffalo won every category. Time
Mm-hmm.
possession, right? They won the turnover battle,
Yeah.
right? The Chiefs had a fumble
Fumbles
out the
lost.
end
Yeah.
zone, right? So I mean,
Yeah.
they won the turnover battle. They won total yardage. They won yards per play. I mean, but here's my thing. Here's my thing. The mental freaking errors once again. Once again, they hurt. They come back to haunt the Bills. Stephon Diggs dropped a 50, maybe. I mean, it was a beautiful pass on the freaking dime, and it went right through his hands. I don't want to hear Stephon Diggs cry about nothing else ever again. You had a chance to change that game, and you did not. Now, here comes the dynamic of Josh Allen putting the world on his back, putting the entire
Yeah.
Buffalo Bills team on his back. That last play that he threw for the end zone, that was short. There was a wide open Stephon Diggs on the crossing pattern, excuse me, wide open for a first down. Nope. Josh Allen has, because he's got to do this against Pat Mahomes. He puts the entire Bills organization on his back. He went for the deep ball. He got hit by Chris Jones a little bit, and he threw it short, which caused the field goal to come about, which they missed it. So, uh, uh, um, Josh Allen, man, look, he's a stud and he's a beast, man. And he gets flack a lot. He gets flack. We understand that. Um, but for his turnovers that he has, but he usually makes up for it. Where Dak has turnovers and they kind of compound. So they're always comparing Dak against Buffalo's Josh Allen, right? And
Mm-hmm.
but Allen is so superior when it comes down to making up for those turnovers. He is a one man show, but when you are called as a one man show, uh oh, do you put that pressure on yourself? You start to do things that you're not supposed to do, or things that, man, out of character, right? And a lot of drop passes, a lot of plays where the receivers couldn't get under it, and then of course the play calling. As good as Joe Brady has been all year, look at the running stats right fast. How many rushing yards they had, TJ? Buffalo.
Rushing yards. Buffalo had rushing yards. They had 182 to the Chiefs,
You,
146.
you said 182.
182 to the Bills,
You
146 to
said
the Chiefs.
182.
I did say 182. Yes.
182, right? They
Yeah.
almost had 200 yards rushing, and they just stopped running the ball. They stopped. Why? You were eating that clock up, and that's the reason why they had time possession. But for some reason, because you had
So it's
Josh
in this.
Allen on your back, you want to go ahead and throw that football. I don't get it. They had the Chiefs dead to rights. They had them. But no, now you want to go for it on a fake punt from your own 35-yard line. Thank God the Chiefs fumbled that football, because if
Yeah.
they did not, what's the head coach name? McDermott? He
Damn it.
would have been having his job on a hot seat right now. Why
Is it
would
on
you?
the hot seat now?
It's not. It's not. It's
No.
not. Thank God for the kicker missing, so everyone's like delusional. Oh, the kicker should have. It went wide right. Man, I don't give a damn about that. Your ass should not be going for it on no damn 4th and 3 from your own 34-yard line with a fake punt of all things. If you're gonna do it, just go with Josh Allen then. What are we doing? So, anyways, stuff like that, right? You have Pat Mahomes on the other side. Now, if you want to go with the Chiefs one dynamic, it's because every time Kansas City had that football, they had 1 point the whole game. But every time they got that ball, they scored. Whether it's field goals or touchdowns, they scored. They put points on the board. They did that, right?
Yeah.
And if you're the Bills, the room for error, we talked about on my as the NFL turns this past Saturday while I was still in my other job. We talked about the room for error for the Texans, for the Packers, for the Buccaneers were very, very small. And I should have thought about the Bills too. The room for error, like if you want to beat the Chiefs, you got to beat the Chiefs. It's almost like if you want to get the Super Bowl, Ravens, you got to go through Kansas City.
Yes.
It's almost like they're that big bad villain. Shout out to Jason Kelsey. I loved him sitting out there rooting for
Oh,
his brother. It
so
was
funny.
awesome. I'm glad he blocked Taylor Swift so we couldn't see her.
I was gonna say he's the one person I know could take attention away from Taylor Swift.
I
Oh,
loved it. I
amazing.
loved it. I loved it. But no, but like you had that game there. Everything in the box office, it shows you won this game. If you were to hide the score and just have the stats on, you would say, oh yeah, Buffalo won that thing by at least
Mm.
10 points, whatever, because it is Pat Mahomes on the other side. And then you take away that screen, like, whoa, they lost. Whoa, what happened with that one? Because every time Pat Mahomes got that football, and the reason why I picked the Chiefs to win this game, one, Pat Mahomes. Every time they got that ball, they scored, except for one possession. And that was because of one punt, and they had a damn fumble in the end zone, but they should have scored there.
Yeah, 2%. Yeah, they would have scored.
So,
Then.
so, so, and they had like one kneel down, I think, before halftime because whatever. But still, outside of that, like the room for error is so small, so you cannot be having fake punts from your own 34-yard line, right? You can't have any drop footballs. Stephon Diggs, I'm talking to you, crybaby. God, dog. You know what I'm saying?
He's still with the team, but I don't know for
Yeah, he's
how
still
much
with him.
longer.
I'm trying to see if he's gonna cut off his social media. I can hear now Stephon Diggs cuts off communications with the Buffalo Bills. Man, catch the ball, bro. That's what you getting paid for.
Well, to be honest, at this point, what he's 30 years old. He's under contract until 2028, so he'll
Who
be 34
who
years
are you
old.
going to better than Josh Allen besides Pat Mahomes? Who you going to? Who you going to?
Precisely. And what is his
What team you going to?
statistics this year?
No,
Do you know what his
hey,
stats are?
the last 8 games when they started going more run heavy, it's been trash.
Yeah,
He's been bad.
yeah, it's not been good. His name hasn't really
Nah, he's been bad.
popped this
Hey,
year.
him and Shakir have the same receiving yard, but guess what? I think they both have the last 8 games. I think they both have 462 receiving yards. But here's the kicker: Diggs has double the attempts, the double the throws to him.
Yeah, fair. So
82 to 41 tells you the difference, right?
yeah, so regular season he had 160 targets. He had 107 receptions for 1,183 yards.
But that was early. That was early in the year. He was getting
8 touchdowns. Yeah.
But his last 7, 8 games when they started going the running game and Joe Brady took care of that. Yeah, his numbers went down, but the team was winning though. They were winning,
Yeah,
so it didn't really matter. Said what you think Gabe Davis played, man? Was Gabe Davis in that game? I can't.
Yeah.
Was he the game? Did he play?
I know he didn't. He didn't play.
He didn't. Okay,
He was inactive.
I didn't see Gabe Davis at all, man.
But another player that has amazing blow your mind games. It's like he caught 4 touchdowns, didn't he, in the Chiefs versus Bills game a couple of years ago, the 12 seconds one. 4 touchdowns, and they were deep touchdowns. You're like, they found someone to pair with Diggs, and he disappears.
Every dog has their day, man. So that's what that was. But they stopped running the ball. They dominated TJ. I mean, they dominated total yards, rushing yards, time possession, first downs, third down conversions, all that crap, man. They were just eating them up, man. And you still lost. That tells you how good the Chiefs are, because the Chiefs don't make that. Well, Pat Mahomes don't make a lot of mistakes. How about that? His receiving core, yes. I mean, and this is probably the most vulnerable Kansas has been ever, right in the Pat Mahomes era. And all you got is an aging Travis Kelsey, and you got a rookie in Rashee Rice, and then you got Pacheco, the running back. That's it. That's all you got, honestly, because Miko ain't he's just bad, right?
Sky Moore, I think.
Sky Moore is a quote unquote bust. He's a bust. He was a first round.
Kadarius Toney.
Tony was inactive. He was inactive for the third or fourth straight game for good reasons.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, bust.
No, he actually had a good game though. He had a good game for his role. His new role is the backup running back, but he's done that very well the last couple games now. At whatever role he has, it's been good for him. And then you look at Tony inactive, and then what's his name, Justin Watson. Like he had a
Yeah.
drop as well in this game. So I mean, they're very vulnerable, and you still lose. It's almost like, bro, we ain't gonna ever beat this team ever in the playoffs ever. Because what you wanted, you fought for that. You fought for that home field advantage, that number 2 seed. You fought for that for
Mm-hmm.
this reason right here, right? Pat Mahomes, first time ever playing on the road. I'm like, bro, do you guys know that Pat Mahomes is 40-11 on the road? The best percentage ever for a quarterback on the road. He's played in 51 road games, including the playoffs now. And he's won 40. Dude is 40
Jesus.
and 11 in a row. That is ridiculous. I was like,
Absolutely
what
ridiculous.
makes you think it's gonna be a harder task for Pat Mahomes on the road? I mean, the dude is when it's all said and done. I said it last year. I said it 2 years ago. They thought I was crazy. When it's all said and done, Pat Mahomes will be known as the greatest quarterback of all time.
You still think so, Jake? Yeah, I understand that. I understand
Yeah,
that.
who you got in mind?
Well, obviously, he's got a go. It depends how you look at what you consider the greatest QB of all time. Like, do you consider championships? Then it's clearly Brady. Do you consider skill and talent? Then people say Rodgers or Manning. Like,
All the above.
all the
My
above.
man's got 6 years already. 6 years currently,
Six,
currently,
always in
currently,
the AFC
currently.
Championship. Yeah,
Six straight AFC championships, two
yeah.
Super Bowls. He's been to three already, and the dude is not even. Is he even 30? Did he just turn
No,
30?
he's not 30. I
He's
think
not even
he's
30 yet.
28. I think he's 28.
30, 30. He's probably 29, maybe 30 on the dot, maybe.
Let's have a look.
But dude,
Let's have a
he's
look.
gonna play at least 12 more years, but no, barring injury, obviously. He's look. If he wins another one, that's 3 in freaking 7 years, right? And he's been a starter for 6 years. Come on, man, dude. And he already has more skill than Brady. Brady has the champions over him. He's got more skill than Brady, right?
Oh, he his birthday is the 17th of September 1995. He was born the same year as me. Literally 10 days after. Nearly 10 days after. He's 28 years old.
Oh
Which
my
is
God, he's not even 30, bro.
not even
Hey,
30.
he is still considered a young gun in this game, man. When you got guys, this year going to the draft, Bo Nix, I'm looking at you, 24 years old, right? And he's 28, just
Yeah.
4 years older. Already has 3 Super Bowl appearances. He's been to 6 straight A's. Come on, man, the GOAT, bro. When it's all, I said when it's all said and done. When it's all said and done, so we got ways to go.
So my question is, do you think he's going to win 6 rings?
No, but
7 rings, sorry, 7 rings.
I think right now the GOAT quarterback for me is Dan Marino. Dan Marino has 0
Dan
rings.
Marino.
He's got
Yeah,
0 rings. 0 rings, bro. But I think just the pure quarterback position. Because honestly, the NFL is a team sport. You need everything around you.
It is.
Brady in his lifetime, he played 20 years, 21 years.
20. He was drafted in 90. No, Manning was in 99. Brady was in the year 2000. He retired last year. Well,
So 22 years.
So 22 years. 22
Hey,
years. Yeah.
Dude had 19 years with a top 10 defense. 19 years at a top 10 defense. Dan Marino.
And he had Moss. He had Gronk.
Dan Marino had 15 years of playing. Dan Marino had 2 top 10 defenses his whole entire career. Come on, man. Think about that. Think about that, bro.
And
2.
that's similar to Rodgers. Their defense let him down, and when they had the defense, the offense wasn't up. Breeze, yeah.
Bro, we had a 3-year stretch where we were ranked 32nd or 31st, 3 years in a row on defense. It was so bad. It was like Breeze's like prime years, like 2012, 13 and 14 and 15. I was like, get out of here, man. Like, we got the best offense in the league with the worst defense. That means we were like ranked 16th. 7 and 9, baby, or 8 and 8. Those couple years, man. So I'm saying, like, Tom Brady had the luxury of having this just gauntlet of a top 10 defense every damn year. And top 10 is meaning there's some of you here, they were top 3, the best defense. They were top 5, right? But 19 years, top 10 defense. That's what Patriots and the Buccaneers. So it takes a team to win. So, but the pure quarterback right now, when it's all said and done, I got Pat Mahomes as his pure quarterback play. And then now you add on his championships and his accolades that he has. Dan Marino went to 1 Super Bowl, and I think he went to 2 AFC championships. That's it.
I don't know. I know he went to one Super Bowl and obviously he didn't win it,
Yeah, got
unfortunately.
mollywopped too.
Got money up,
They
yeah.
got mollywopped in that Super Bowl. But who they lose to? Dolphins lost to. Was it the Redskins? I forgot. I forget.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think
That's
it
a
was
good.
80. It was 84. They went to the Super Bowl. Somebody mollywopped them. They got beat down. I forgot this. I forgot the actual score.
Let's have a look then.
Um,
Super Bowl XIX. So that is 19.
19. Super Bowl 19,
19.
maybe.
It was against the Niners.
The Niners beat the Dolphins.
Niners beat the
Yeah,
Dolphins
yeah,
38
yeah.
to 16.
And check this out. Jerry Rice wasn't even drafted. Jerry Rice was drafted the year after that. Jerry, that tells you
Oh,
how
that's
lucky the Niners
disgusting.
got. They won a Super Bowl and then got the greatest NFL player of all time, in my opinion, Jerry Rice. That's crazy.
That's disgusting. Yeah. Well, that was the head coach. Who was the QB at the time? Yeah, Joe Montana.
Joe Montana.
Joe
All
Montana.
right, man. So let's go, man. So shout out to the Chiefs, man. We got our Final Four now. So out of the AFC, which is be the first game being played on Sunday, it's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs at the Baltimore Ravens, and then for the NFC
Ooh.
side, the later game, it's going to be we got a raid by the Dixon Way. I got
Ooh.
Matt Hawkins says the Dixon Way raid. What's up? The Dixon Way said Dixon Way raid. Showing love, yes sir.
Sup. Thank you very
Who
much,
says Jerry
Dixon.
Rice is the GOAT? Yes, Jerry Rice is my personal GOAT for the NFL. That's just my GOAT. You guys have your own GOAT. Samuel Wilkinson says, see you soon. Later, Carlos. I'm out. Yes, sir. Samuel, have a blessed night, my brother.
Have a
Look
good
out
one.
for the raid. I appreciate that, man. Dixon Way, if you guys haven't, check him out, man. He's a major YouTuber of Georgia sports, Bulldogs, Atlanta Falcons,
Ooh.
Atlanta Hawks, Atlanta Braves, and of course, in many other live streams of basketball and football, major sports, man. I got Prees, 50 Hundo. Atlanta Rising says Dixon Way raid. Yes, sir. They got
Here's a question then, Dixon Way. Do you want Bill Belichick to be your next head coach? Sure, everything Atlanta. He seems to be, second interview? Been caught going there, so we might have a Bill Belichick and potentially Kirk Cousins team up in Atlanta. So
Ooh, I will hope not. I don't want to see Kirk Cousins. I like Atlanta how they are right now. Trash.
oh, really, Trey? No head coach.
I like them how
They
they
don't
are
hire
right
one.
now.
That would be good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like them trash. I don't like them trying to get all Bill Belichick on us now. But yeah, so those four games, those four teams are playing this Sunday. Those two games will be awesome. Hopefully, it lives up to the hype. I cannot wait to call those games on Sunday. I will definitely do that. Now, let's get to let's get to the more wild card feeling. We had two players made their debut, two quarterbacks made their debut in the playoffs this year, and boy, did it start off very well. Both guys, C.J. Stroud and
Yes.
Jordan Love. And I know there's a weird question. I hate to even ask this question, but I was trying to think of another topic to talk about besides the teams that are still in it because we missed last week. So I wanted to have some topics. And I said, well, and honestly, there's no wrong answer here right now. Who would you rather have as your starter, Stroud or Jordan Love?
Ooh, I'll go with. That's a hard one. That's a hard one.
I
I'm
know.
going to go with. They both beat really good defenses in the Browns and the Cowboys. I honestly don't know. I straight out don't know. Like maybe you could say CJ Stroud because he's younger, he's got more time to develop, therefore he might have a higher ceiling. But Jordan Love's been cooking for 3 years, and he's shown that he's got the talent there and is able to overcome difficulties and lead a team very well. Maybe you say, but if you're going from purely of the wild card perspective, I don't think you could tell. Maybe Love, because he did look so much in control of that game that they pulled him, and then he had to go back in. So either or, I honestly couldn't. I'm going to go with Love. I'm just going to go with Love for now because they beat the Cowboys. And
If we can't win it, you guys can't either.
That's funny. I'd already given up on the playoffs. I think that was my opinion. Though, like I bumped. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I bumped into a Buccaneers fan like 2 days later, and he's like, "Oh, I must assume you're really upset." And I went, "No, like fair enough. I'm just upset with the team, not you. Like, I knew we were going to lose, but watching the Cowboys go out like they do
Yeah,
every year
in style, baby.
brings me so much joy. And obviously, they've announced they're bringing back Mike McCarthy for another year, his final year of his contract. So I imagine after this, he's gone if he doesn't win the Super Bowl, which. But it's always dumb plays. Yeah, their last play, again, I think it was a throw out to the back of the end zone. It
Maybe so.
was,
Just had to get it out there.
yeah. Why do that? It's your last play. But
Now, as far as Stroud and Love goes, this is a tough question. Think about this though. Think about the roster they had around them. Who they're thrown to start the year off.
true.
But when the season first started, the Texans had the 29th ranked receiving core.
Mhm.
29th out of 32. The Packers had the 32nd, the last place receiving core. How they rank them, right? And both these guys uplifted their receiving core. I got Ron Jeremy says, "Good evening. What's up, Ron? Good to see you, my guy." Matt Harkin says, "I subscribed and liked it, sir. I think Falcons
Oh,
are going
thank
to
you very
pass on
much.
Bill. Appreciate that, man. We'll find out what the Falcons do. Honestly, I think they pass on Bill too, though. Honestly,
We've
we'll probably get
we've
more
had
about
two
that
head
next week.
coaches.
What's up?
We've had the obviously and Pierce back in the
Yes.
Raiders, which is best choice, and obviously the Texans are now have their head coach as well, don't they?
No, the Titans.
Texans,
The Titans.
Titans. Sorry, not the Titans.
Titans
Yeah,
had
the Titans.
the Bengals OC, right?
Yeah, Bengals obviously a name we should really start learning.
I saw it earlier today, but I think it's the Bengals OC. Um, but yeah, so
So,
if I had to pick though, I'm going with Stroud though. An amazing rookie
Brian
season.
Callan.
Yeah, Brian. I knew it started with a B. I was like, it's starting with a B. I don't know. Yeah, but the Texans, I'm going with Stroud though as my starter right now. Right now, I mean things can change. Both these guys, I am hoping that if the Saints don't make it to Super Bowl, right? All right, let's throw it out there. The Saints don't make it. I'm hoping to see many years of Texans versus Packers, right? In Super Bowls. That'll be awesome. That'll be freaking out. That'll make my freaking day, man. Like C.D. Stroud versus Jordan Love, right? I hope they play in Houston this year. I might even go catch me a Houston game, a Texas game, and those
Ooh.
two teams somehow play each other this year. That'd be awesome to check that out, man. But yeah, shout out to those Stroud and Jordan Love, man. They came in their first playoff performances were awesome and beat teams that had some really good defenses, right? Um,
Mhm.
you saw the top ranked. I got Suk Ma Dong says hello from Vietnam. What's up, Suk Ma Dong?
Wow, Vietnam.
I like how you do that. The Suk Ma Dong.
Suck the bomb.
I know what you're getting at it, brother, but I'm gonna say it for you
Fantastic.
anyways. Suk
That's a great
Ma
name.
Dong. I
That
like
is
the name, brother.
absolutely amazing.
Are you from Vietnam for real? Mr. Suck My Dong. But let's go. All right, y'all. No more. This is back to being rated PG-13. All right, suck my dong. But hit that subscribe button, hit that like button for your boy as well, man. And suck my dong represent your ride or die squad. I don't care what team it is. I don't care what sport. I don't care if it's high school, college, or pros. Represent your ride or die squad, Mister Suck my dong. All right, done with that.
Amazing.
But yeah, so I'm gonna go with Stroud. But honestly, I would love to see Stroud versus Love for years to come. That'd be awesome, man. Two young guys battling it out, man, and they were poised for it to be their first years, especially Stroud. Literally his first year, had no one to tutor him, no one to look after. He just came in there,
It's true.
and Jordan Love had the ability to have Aaron Rodgers there for a couple years, and then he got the Rams. So yeah, so it's all good. But yeah, man. So let's get on to TJ's favorite topic now. But we still have another one, a part of it. We have also entering the chat the Cowboys as well. Who had the worst playoff disappointment, man? Cowboys or the Eagles? My God, the Cowboys got mollywopped
I
by a
did.
score of 42. This was it 42 to no 48 to 34, but no 48-32. But it was worse than that. It was
It's
like
it
48-16
was
total.
yeah
Right? Yeah.
a lot of garbage time
Yeah,
because
yeah,
garbage time was
it was
essentially the
horrible.
entire
They got
quarter.
at home, got mollywopped, and then you had the major collapse of the Eagles from about week 15. or week 14.
Yeah, it was when the moment we faced the Niners,
It was
we
over. It was
collapsed.
just over. I mean, so who had the
3rd
worst
of December.
playoff disappointment? Cowboys or the Eagles?
Oh,
You know,
easy. The Cowboys. If you're
right?
going by disappointment, it's clear the Cowboys. We were discussing the week before the weekend, wildcard weekend. Is this the best opportunities for the Cowboys to make the AFC Championship go to the Super Bowl? And everyone's like, yeah, their defense is so good, Dak's playing so good, and then they go out full fat in their face and get smashed by the Packers again. Apparently, that needs to be how the world works. The Packers always beat the Cowboys. But Dak was not on the same page as CD. Their defense was letting Jordan Love go all over them. Like, yeah, okay, the score looks a lot closer, but that was because garbage time and stuff like that. So it is the Packers. Like, as an Eagles fan, I'd already come to the conclusion we were out.
Yeah.
Like, I watched the game obviously because I knew it was going to be the last time I was going to see like Fletcher Cox in an Eagles uniform, potentially Kelsey and all that. But I knew the moment we came out, we had lost the game, and I had a whole week to prepare for that, so it wasn't as devastating. And I think most Eagles fans had the same sort of reaction. Obviously, there's been a bit of an overreaction in some cases of who needs to change and get fired. I want to get rid of Sirianni, but we've got rid of both our coordinators, which I think is quite a smart option. But yeah, the Cowboys, like, they always hype themselves up, and every year they disappoint themselves in the playoffs. And you got to look in. It's every year. That's not. They've changed their core. They've changed their head coach from Garrett. Is it who was there? Jason Garrett.
Jason Garrett.
Jason Garrett to Mike McCarthy. Same situation. Tony Romo, Dak Prescott. Same results. So it's something else.
Damn.
It's something, and it's in the core of the organization. And hey, for me, keep it. Don't change a thing. Keep it the way you are.
I agree with you. The Cowboys far more disappointed because you worked your ass off to get the number 2 seed, right? And we all thought like this is their best chance. Like they could actually make it to. Look, they just gotta go to the NFC Championship game, right? Do you know the only 2 teams since 1996 that have not made it to the NFC Championship game?
Oh, let me guess. Was it the Lions and the Cowboys?
It was the Lions. They made it, so they're not.
They now made it.
They're here now. So there's 2 more teams left.
Oh,
I give you a hint. They're both in the same division.
Oh, what was it? Washington
Yes.
and the Cowboys.
Cowboys and the Commanders. They're the only 2 teams in the NFC to not reach the NFC Championship game since 1996.
Very funny.
The other 13 teams have made it. They have made
That
it.
is very funny.
That is crazy to think about how the Cowboys have been this good with their kind of talent for years now and cannot get past the divisional round. But yes, I agree. I think disappointment for the Cowboys is much greater than the Eagles. The Eagles were on a sinking ship. You saw it coming. I had a lot more hope. I was dead wrong though. I was dead wrong when it's all. They had a lot of locker room issues going on that we have no clue about, but it was bad. What was going on? But they do have. Hey, we were in Super Bowl last year. Hey, we just won a championship in 2017. Hey,
yeah.
So we had that kind of clout where the Cowboys like, bro, y'all can't even get to the damn championship round. Since 1995, Come on, man, what is going on with you fools? And the sad part is, that was the first ever Super Bowl I ever watched. Like I remember vividly.
Was it?
Steelers versus Cowboys, '95. That was the first one I really remember, and it was crazy because I was actually rooting for the Cowboys like a jackass.
Oh.
It was me and this one dude, me and this one white dude. I didn't know no better, man. I felt bad for the white dude because he was the only guy rooting for the Cowboys. Everyone else, my dad and all his partners and all his friends were going for the Steelers. So I was like, well, I feel bad for that guy. I'm rooting for the Cowboys. Go Cowboys like a dummy, man.
Oh, no. Don't say stuff like that.
Man. I didn't know no better, man. I was a poor, hopeless kid. I got Dallas My Girl says, hello, football fans. What's up, Dallas My Girl? Good to see you. And I got Real Fan Sports says, what's good, family? Yes, sir. That is Zach and Lon Fisher. Show them some love, y'all. Show them some love. Matter of fact, go to their channel, click on their channel, and hit that subscribe button for Real Fan Sports. Let's go. But yeah, Cowboys, everything was set up perfect, man. And
Yeah.
it wasn't that they lost. I can handle losses. How they lost. I
Mhm.
mean, 27-0 in the first half. It was
It was
bad.
game over.
It was
Yeah.
bad. It was bad. It was that was very disappointing. And to have that build up, you worked so hard. You got all kind of lucky breaks from the Eagles to get the number 2 seed to have a chance. All you gotta do was just protect home field. They were 16-0 their last 16 home games. It was all building up to be perfect for them. And in less than freaking 30 minutes of playing time of the half, it just all went crashing
Fell
down.
apart.
I mean, bad. So yeah, Cowboys.
Yeah.
So yeah, we both agree. Both teams in the year very disappointing, but of course,
It
everybody
was.
supposed
It's
to listen to
quite
these
funny.
teams.
Obviously, online, Eagles fans were laughing at Cowboys fans, and then we lost. And the Cowboys fans tried to turn it back on the Eagles fans, and we're like, "Oh no, we're dead inside for a month ago, so this is
Yeah,
just
yeah,
even
yeah,
better."
yeah. For real, for real. All right, let's
But
get
yeah.
let's end it on a good note before we get into our picks and predictions. Antonio Pierce, officially named head coach of the Las Vegas
Hey.
Raiders. That's right, man. And I'm glad they stuck with the guns. Give the people what they want, TJ. How do you feel about this
Yeah.
pick, man?
Finally, they've done the right thing. Like they should have hired Pistachio, not Pistachio. That's a nut.
Should hire some peanuts.
Yeah. The coach that took over from Gruden,
Yeah,
I
I
feel
forgot
like
his
they
name
should have
for real.
hired him because he had to put out. His second job was a fireman. I'm pretty sure because he was putting out fires left, right, and center when it came to that organization.
Yes,
Um,
I know what you
and
mean.
the players loved him, and they moved on to idiot Josh McDaniels, who is undefeated against the Broncos, which is even better, and will remain undefeated against the Broncos, which is fantastic. Um, And when he was destroying the organization, they turned to Antonio Pierce and they almost made the playoffs after that horrible start. And thank goodness they did because I think it was Max Crosby was like demanding a trade if they didn't hire
Yes,
him.
yes. Jeff Pascal said, "Bro,
Yeah,
I'm gonna demand a trade because I love this dude."
yeah. So did Devontae Adams, who went there to play with his college mate, who then Josh McDaniels got rid of. They've just literally at this moment, as we've been on air, they have hired their GM,
Okay,
uh,
breaking
who
news.
is Tom Telsko.
Okay,
Don't know who Tom Telsko is.
me neither. We'll look
Uh,
into it. We will look into it.
yeah,
I know I will.
I, Tom Telsko is obviously their new GM.
Hmm.
So yeah, hopefully this is a positive for them. Like you've got a team that already knows the coach that already knows the team, so you don't have any of these like first year issues. So the only way's up. Obviously, they've got to find a QB. I don't think Ian O'Connell is the answer.
They're going up in the draft. They already know they're going up.
They've got to be.
I think they're that team that's gonna go and offer
What are
the
they are?
Bears the number one overall pick.
So they're at pick 13 right now.
And you have to have you got to go and give out some capital, which I think they will.
They're,
So
they're right in front of you at pick 14.
yeah, we're not getting no quarterback. I'm not worried about that no more.
You're not giving up on that.
We're not giving them. We ain't going for no quarterback. I think the Raiders might go up. If not the top first, they might be top three. They'll go top three. I think top three or top four.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to give some cachet for it, but yeah.
Oh yeah. What would you even if you're the Raiders? What would you give up for a potentially QB of the future? New head coach, new QB.
I mean,
Oh.
this is. Oh, I heard my mic is kind of low. Hold on. Let me
Oh.
turn my mic up. But yeah, I mean, this could be a once in a generation. Oh, I'm sorry, once in a decade. Excuse me. Kind of QB draft. You
Yeah.
gotta get something out of this, man. If you're in need of a quarterback, you gotta get something out of this. That's how I
No,
feel. That's how I feel.
no, you have to. You have to. You really do have to.
Uh,
But it's great, and obviously the Titans have now their head coach, which is the OC of the Cincinnati. Obviously worked with Joe Burrow, so now it's the question: was it Joe Burrow or the OC? That's the question there, Titans fans. But apparently he went in for an interview and they didn't let him leave, so that's a good sign.
that's a great sign. I mean, they love what they're
That's a
seeing.
great sign. That is indeed. But
As far as Pierce, I like the fact that when he got the job, remember he said, "Look, I am not an X's and O's kind of guy. I'm not."
is
He said,
no,
so he's gonna hire maybe Tom Coughlin as an advisor. So I like the fact he's hiring guys to help him shape as a head coach because he knows his flaws already, and I respect that. Because a lot of guys go in there like, you know what? I'm King Tut now. It's my way or the highway, and I'm running things now, and what I say goes. And he's like, no, no, no. I need help. I know I'm a rah rah players coach. X and O's. I have little clue about that right now. So I need guys to help me out in that aspect. I like that he said that. So I'm very happy for this Raiders team, man. They got a good one, and I hope that he goes out there with those black Air Forces and start stumping people to the ground, bro. I'm with it.
he's in the Death Star now because obviously the stadium does look like the Death Star, like just the black thing next to the highway.
Right, right, right. So shout out to Antonio Pierce, man. I hope the Raiders do a good job next season, unless they play the Saints and hope my predictions.
I don't think they're
I don't
playing.
think.
They might be
I
playing.
might even play the
I
Raiders
know
like
we're playing.
we played the Raiders
We're
like damn
playing.
near 3 times in like the last 5 years. Like how we keep playing the AFC team 3 times, something
That's
like that,
why.
man. But I
That's
know,
why I think about the Packers. We're always against the Packers. I don't know
but yeah,
why.
at least y'all in the same conference. We're in the
That's
NFC,
true. That's
they're
true.
in the AFC. I know obviously things change now with that extra game being added. So now you face a team that was the same ranking as you on the opposite. It's how it goes, man. So that's probably why we faced the Raiders a few times over the last couple of years. Um, but now let's get into the good stuff, you guys. Before we get up out of here, let's go ahead and do our picks and predictions for our final
Oh,
2 matches before the Super Bowl. We have the AFC, which is the Kansas City Chiefs at the Baltimore Ravens. And this one here, if you're Baltimore, you have got to get through the Chiefs. And I had a feeling it might come down. Whoever's going to win out of the, if it wasn't the Chiefs, you got to go through them, right?
yeah.
So we'll go. I'll let you go first, man. Chiefs versus Ravens. Who you got in this matchup?
See, I went against the Chiefs last time, and obviously you can't. It's turned into you can't bet against Brady. You can't go against Pat Mahomes. But I'm gonna go against him again. I'm gonna go with the Ravens. I reckon the Ravens are gonna run through the Chiefs' defense because they were good and they've sort of tapered off a bit because they allowed Buffalo to run over them, and now they're going against a team whose main identity is to run over you. So I'm going to go with the Ravens making it to the Super Bowl.
Gotcha, gotcha. I'm going Kansas City.
Again?
Yeah, I said I am not picking against Pat Mahomes till somebody beats
Oh,
him. I'm not, bro. I am not, bro. Honestly, I'm going with the Chiefs. It's just something about Pat Mahomes. It's something about Pat Mahomes. But honestly, the Ravens, and I asked that question, do they have any flaws? The Ravens have flaws.
I do. Every team
And
has.
here's my thing. You know the biggest flaw, in my opinion, and I could be dead wrong, and he could shut me the hell up this week, Lamar Jackson. Lamar, hey, when he is on, he is on. But boy, when he is off, he is off. Right? And it's been far few in between offs and ons this year, right? But in years past, when he has been frustrated, the Chiefs have a better defense than you think.
Mm-hmm.
And now the mindset of, we got to go score for score. Because as good as that Ravens defense is, Pat Mahomes is just as good as that Ravens defense.
Yeah,
Like,
Pat Mahomes is good.
and honestly, like, I'm rooting for both these teams. Black quarterbacks. I'm a black quarterback kind of guy, so I stick to my roots, man. So I'll be happy whoever wins and represent the black quarterback in the Super Bowl. But regardless of that, man, I want to say that Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs, they're going to go into Baltimore, going to play a great game, and Baltimore's going to have that pressure of trying to keep up scoring. with the Chiefs.
Yeah,
Because I can almost guarantee you, like that Bills game, it's gonna be a close game. And who
it
do I
will.
trust more in close games? Pat Mahomes or Lamar Jackson? I trust Pat Mahomes more than I trust Lamar Jackson.
Fair.
Lamar's gonna win MVP. So that's kind of like it's gonna be a two-time MVP taking on
He
a
shouldn't.
two-time
He
MVP.
really shouldn't. It shouldn't be Lamar.
It's gonna be Lamar though. It just
It
I
shouldn't.
come
It
to
should.
terms with it now.
You come to terms with it. Okay, it's fair.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, you look at his stats. He has better stats than I thought he did. He's got better stats. He's got better playmakers. Did he do anything outstanding this year, like crazy, crazy? Nah, not really. But the numbers back it up. He's got good numbers, so I can't deny it as the quarterback, right? Um, but this is the worst we've seen Kansas City, their receiving core. But the last three games, you know, against no, it was the last two games, Miami and the Bills, they had played well on offense. They have. They haven't dropped that many footballs anymore. Um, and you get Kelsey going. It's just the one thing I love about football, NFL, is one and done.
that's true.
This isn't in a NBA. This isn't baseball where it's best three out of four, 3 out of 5, or 4 out of 7. No, this is one and done. So in a one game scenario where the pressure is like this big, give me Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs right now. I'm not picking against Kansas City until someone beats them. That's just my philosophy. You know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Understandable. Understandable.
And then we
And
have
obviously,
the late game.
yeah,
Go ahead.
the late game. I was going to say, then we have the late game, the Niners
Yeah.
versus the Lions, which
True.
is
I'm gonna go
fantastic.
first, man. I'm gonna
Yeah.
as much as I'm rooting for the Lions to win this game, I'm going San Francisco. I'm
Ooh.
going San Fran to win this game. I think Brock Purdy has a bounce back game. I think Brock Purdy carves his Lions defense up. Whether Debo plays or not, I'm not sure his status. I didn't look into it, but McCaffrey's going to have a field day. This Lions defense, albeit they have played very well towards the end of the year, they still are not a really good defense when it comes down to pressuring really good teams, like getting sacks and turnovers and all that. I think the Niners at home, a chance to go to the Super Bowl, they're going to go ahead and play bully ball, run the ball McCaffrey, put the ball in your playmakers' hands. Ayuk, Kittle, Samuel, Caffrey. I mean, the list goes on with this team.
Mm-hmm.
And I just one game only. The Lions could win this game, and I'm rooting for Detroit to win this game because I want to see something brand new. I want to see, I want to see Lions versus Ravens, right? I want to see that kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
Because we just haven't seen that Lions and Chiefs could be the first game of the year and the last game of the year, right? That's crazy.
That I like. If there's a script writer, I would
right,
be.
right. So, and the Lions won the first game of the year against the
Yeah, they
against,
did. They
the Chiefs. So,
beat them.
so
That was
anyways,
with that's no Kelsey
right,
or
no Chris Jones, right?
Chris Jones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's facts. That's facts. But still, I'm going to the Niners to win this game, though. I'm looking in my mind. I'm trying to replay this game. I'm like, I don't see how the Lions on the road. They look damn good in Ford Field, and rightfully so. That place was rocking and rolling. You felt the energy from Jared Goff. He had the playing against his former team, so that was added with it against the Rams, and then of course playing against the Buccaneers, 2 number 1 overall picks going at it. So I love that mix. But now there's like, okay, the only motivation we got is that we're not supposed to win this game. All right, well, good luck with that, man. So, so I'm gonna go with the Niners and win this game, and hopefully it's close. But I think the Niners win by 10 points. I'm going with them 10 points to win this
Do
game.
you?
Yeah, I'm gonna say 31-21
Ooh.
Niners.
Ouch. I'm going to go with the Lions. I think the Lions just have this momentum, this surge of motivation, and I feel they've got a lot. Their defense, obviously, they've got CJ Gardner-Johnson back, which is good. And I feel like if Purdy comes out and makes any of the throws he was making at the Packers, they'll take advantage of that and pick him off, which is hopefully what they will need. They do need to keep up the Niners, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Lions going to halftime have the lead and win the game.
Cause that pressure, though, yeah,
Because
the
that
Lions
pressure.
do get a lead. That pressure on San Francisco is going to be enormous.
Yeah, and I feel like they can just hold off on the Niners, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's a Baltimore versus. Well, I feel I don't know honestly about the AFC, but I really am hoping for the Lions to get through, and I think they will. So
Hey, if the
hopefully
Lions
they
go
do.
through, that is must see TV. Do you know that the Lions was like the most watched game of division around? Lions versus Buccaneers.
Really,
Weird, like 40 something million. They were literally America's team, like the most watched game since I forgot since like 2004 or something like that, 2003. Lions versus
it is
Buccaneers,
good.
and I was like,
Everyone's
wow.
everyone's rooting for the Lions
I did,
because you've
yeah.
seen this team and this city
The
be
new America's
squashed.
team.
They should be.
Yeah.
Swip that name from the Cowboys. They deserve it.
Man, America must suck then. You know, we haven't won a damn thing in 20 years. I don't, man, good God Almighty. That's just not. I mean, I would not want to say America's team when we keep losing. All right, I want you to give me your
Oh, yeah.
think for a second. Your what the fudge cake moment for the playoffs so far currently.
So I've sort of got two. They both resolve around the Chiefs. First one is about the game. The what the fudge cake moment is when it was so cold during the Chiefs game that his helmet shattered.
Yes.
Amazing. Like that was absolutely fantastic. And he played a couple more downs with the shattered helmet. My other what the fudge cake moment obviously came. I have a thing against the NFL media because they say stupid things. Is they're saying if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, they should then give out a personalized custom Super Bowl ring to Taylor Swift. What the fudge? He should win a Super Bowl ring because she's dating a like what was that? Like yeah, that's my reaction. She should get a Super Bowl ring. They should give Taylor Swift a Super Bowl ring. What? Why? Why? It's because she's dating Chapman. I'm not gonna lie. If he wins the Super Bowl, I wouldn't be surprised if she ends up getting that ring anyway. Like, but to get her own ring because she's turned up for a couple of games because she
Right.
wasn't there at the beginning
Right.
and she's missed a couple.
Right.
And she was outshined in the last playoff match against Trevor with Jason Kelsey, who was jumping the stands, signing people, getting drunk, having a flask.
That's my dude,
Like,
man.
yeah, when he does a heart to the stands because he just saw his touchdown, and it cuts to Swift for about less than like 5 seconds. Then it cuts to Jason going,
I
ah!
loved it. I loved every second of it. I was like, that's
God,
dope. That is dope. I love every
please
second of
don't
it.
retire, Jason. I love you. Don't
He done,
retire.
bro. He done. He gonna call it up, man.
No.
He just call it up, man.
But yeah, that's what the fudge is. The media saying they should give a Super Bowl ring to Taylor Swift.
That's better than mine. Mine's the Cleveland Browns. You know,
Oh, collapsing.
Browns and the Cowboys. Like what the why? All that noise y'all made toward the end. We had a 12-win team and 11-win team, and they get mollywopped.
Yeah,
Like what are we doing? Like why even come to the dance then, bro? Like, why even come to the dance? At least for the Eagles, you saw they were kind of like a tailspin. But
yeah.
the Cowboys and the Browns came in there just like, oh, we got this. The Browns had it made. I mean, we're that 5th seed. Nobody wants to see us ever playing against the worst team in the AFC or the worst division winner, right? In the Texans. So it's like, yeah, we got this in the. Now I picked the Texans to win that game. I know I did, but not an ass whooping coming up like that. And then the whole Joe Flacco story about, come here, play the year, yada yada yada, man. That went out the window ASAP. So Deshaun Watson's back at quarterback starting week 1. So if Flacco goes like deep in the playoffs, has a good playoffs, yeah, there's debate like,
There's a chance, yeah.
There's a chance there, yeah. Nope. Deshaun Watson, he's right back at week 1, and so Flacco kind of blew that chance, but he did show that he can still play in the NFL, so I like that. But and as far as the Cowboys, I mean, it speaks for itself, man. Trash. It was just bad. That was just like, what do we?
Good.
Why even do all that then? Why even do all that? At least the Browns didn't win the division. The Cowboys won the division, right?
And they were chatting like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah. Boy, but
That's
the one thing I do love is I love to see the fans' reaction on on Facebook or social media. There's a bunch of TVs, shooting TVs, burning jerseys, crying. I love it, dog. I sit there and watch that
Skip
play all day.
Bayless throwing his cowboy collection
Yeah, man.
away. He must have the
He
biggest cowboy collection of all time.
he's throwing it in empty trash bags, and then as soon as they say cut, he gonna take them back out, put them in his closet again. I ain't crazy.
It was quite funny because obviously he's trying to be so dramatic that he's taking the jerseys off and he's throwing that bin lid just perfectly closed.
Right,
Right
it just kept closing.
and it was just so funny. He was trying to be so dramatic, and the moment he lifted his arms up to throw it in
It
his
kept
head,
closing. Yep, that's funny.
he's like, oh, I have to open it again. And then he never learned. He never learned to hold it open.
If there was some plates in there, some nasty junk in there, and he's throwing it, I would believe it. If I saw some like nasty food in there, and he's throwing it, oh yeah, no, that was an empty bag because he knew that as soon as they say cut, I'm taking it back out. I'm putting it back in my closet.
Of course, because he does it every year. So he must have the biggest Cowboys collection of all time because he's thrown around like 18 jerseys.
That's my what the fudge cake moment, man. So that was awesome, bro. Man, so next week, y'all, episode 24, we're gonna come back and break down the championship games in the AFC and NFC, and then we'll give out our Super Bowl picks.
Well, we got a whole week before then.
Or maybe we do it the week before that. The week before.
Yeah, I might do the week after because we've got to break down the Pro Bowl before then. You can't forget about the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, we got to talk about that. We have to have something to talk about. Hopefully, a lot of news comes out. Head coaches getting picked up and getting fired and yada, 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 all that good stuff.
We can have a review of our teams personally, might as well. You've got the Saints. Oh, what about your answer to the poll? Obviously, we've had a poll this year. What's your opinion if your team's going into the off-season?
Oh, yeah.
I put down it's pretty positive. I don't know what the results is at the moment.
Right now, we got 24 votes in.
Ooh.
62% says, hell yeah, I feel good. 38%
Nice.
says, hell no, we got work to do.
So far, what's your opinion?
We got work to do. Hell no.
You got what to do?
We got work to do, brother. We got work to do. We got too much talent to be this mediocre.
Fair enough.
We got work to do. I'm not satisfied with what we got going on. Now we're in search of a new offensive coordinator, so we'll talk about that too next week. So or the week after that, who knows? But man, we're done, man. So TJ, have a great night, man, and cannot wait to do this again next week. And
it's gonna be a good one.
I'll be live tomorrow, you guys, at 7:57 p.m. Central Time. NBA action. We had the Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the San Antonio Spurs. So we'll see Victor Wembanyama taking on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So I cannot wait to call that matchup tomorrow. And of course Thursday I have a doubleheader as well. I have the LSU women taking on the South Carolina women college basketball, and then we have the Kings taking on the Warriors NBA. So after that will be off Friday and Saturday. And come back for the doubleheader on Sunday for Championship Sunday. So
it's going to be good. Obviously, the Bucks got rid of their coach today, which apparently is a bit of a shock. Milwaukee Bucks.
If you saw their defense is trash. They had the talent to win because of their offense, but they were giving away too many points to be that good of a defense, and some the lack of communication was something going on. So I saw that coming, but damn, 43 games? Yeesh. I thought give him 1 year. I said just give him a year, right? Yo, Penny says Butterfly. Hey, that's right. What's up, Butterfly? She's in the building. She says, welcome back. That's right. We're back, Butterfly. Thank you for that. That's right. You guys smash that like button on your way out. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are brand new to the channel for watching this via replay. Thank y'all for staying tuned and checking us up, man. So, all right, man. For the homegirl PJ, I'm your host, Carla Clayton. This is our big homie TJ Tracy, and this is Tuesdays with TJ, episode number 23. Y'all sports fans. You guys know what time it is. Stay smart. Stay educated. Peace. Love you, mama. All right, TJ, have a good night, brother.
Have a great night, everyone. Stay safe.